In this Minecraft video, we are going to survive one full year in Hardcore Minecraft's latest version, 1.17. As you have already read from the title, this is the final episode of the series that we started all the way back on March 28. Why is this the finale? Well, you have to watch and find out. But before we begin, I'd like to say there is still a massive 90% of people not subscribed to the channel, and I ask that if you go on to enjoy the video, please consider doing so. I'm getting really close to 100k and I'd love to hit that by the end of the year. And secondly, because this is the end, I have no like goal, but I would like to seriously thank every single one of you who watched all of the series all the way through. Please enjoy. So there we returned on day 301. Having a quick look around, we remembered exactly what we was doing last, and that was getting a diamond beacon. Now for those who watched last time, obviously we had the iron beacon made and the gold beacon made, and so the diamond beacon was the next thing. However, I unfortunately was outnumbered here. Whilst I would have loved to go for the diamond beacon, both Chris and Austin thought it would have taken too long and too much effort. And since this is a democracy, the 2v1 vote meant that we didn't go for the diamond beacon. Instead, we're gonna do some other things. And so on day 302, we went back to the wither hunting because, well, we have some withers to kill. Again, remembering from last time, we tried to do a 10v3 wither and enderdragon fight where we kind of made a little mistake with it, and so we wanted to redo that fight for the end of the 400 days. Since we all had looting on our swords, we headed straight there, and it was by day 303 we returned to the fortress. So the plan for 400 days was simply to get the equivalent of 9 full withers, and that would require 27 skulls in total, and many a wither skeleton was killed. I mean, we all know how this goes right now. We spend a lot of days in the nether trying to get enough for 27 wither skulls, and by day 310 I got my 11th wither skull. Now thanks to the trios that were there, that 11th wither skull got us to the full 27 we needed, and we headed back. Being able to return on day 311 where we placed the 27 wither skulls in the allocated chest and, well, got on with our days. We don't have to fight those wither for another 90 days, so let's just leave it for the time being. Day 312, as I mentioned last time, when I accidentally killed the chicken of truth apparently, Chris wanted revenge, and so he decided to remove the Among Us sus statue that I made in the second story of our building. And so out of spite, I wanted to remake it. Austin was busy with his own secret project, which, trust me, was just as dumb as what I'm doing, and so I began to remake the Among Us sus. Now luckily, because of all the dyes and the flowers we had saved, I decided not to remake him in red, but instead to remake him in blue. And after a couple of days trying to figure it out, this is what I finished with on day 315. Now before anybody says anything, I am fully aware with how terrible this Among Us statue looks, but just in case you don't believe me, here's my original reaction with Chris and Austin as well. I may have made a tactical mistake.
Why'd you make it blue this time?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not the terrible proportions.
Wait, what's going on?
It's also off-centered.
Yeah, I feel like the first one was much better. I'm not gonna lie.
Daniel!
Yeah. What's up?
How did you make it worse?
The first one was good and you broke it because I killed a stupid chicken.
The chicken had more connection to us than the Among Us sus did.
Hey, Dan.
What?
Look at my mega hoe.
I just got an
Also, if it makes you feel any better, it's more sus this way.
Hey, I gotta say that's so sus, my dude. It's so incredibly sus. Let's never talk about the Among Us statue again. Let's move on with our lives. Here we are on D316, where it was time to have a little bit of fun. You see, one series that I used to do a long time ago was Minecraft Bingo. Basically, you would have 16 items on a board, and the first person to collect all 16 items would win. What exactly would win is nothing, just bragging rights mainly. Rooster Teeth originally did this years ago, and I did this with the likes of Shadow Apples and My Dozer, RIP. And so me, Chris, and Austin just wanted to give it a go ourselves. And from day 316 onwards, we began the hunt. The only thing we started with was the sword that we already had, the armor that we already had, food, and a bed. Everything else we must get from the ground up. So taking a screenshot of the bingo board, we then spent the next 12 days trying to get all 16 items. I went into the nether to grab the necessary tools. I ran around on the surface to get the necessary equipment. I thought I was doing alright, to be honest with you. However, when I had my 9th item on day 328, incredibly, Chris said bingo, and we actually thought he was kidding. There's no way in the world that Chris actually got bingo in those 12 days. Don't get me wrong, there's some very simple stuff on there, but to get like a diamond block and stuff, and he actually has bingo. How does this man have bingo? Now listen, I had to turn off my chat because they kept spamming balls of stone. I'm fairly confident Chris and the mum didn't get this legitly. However, I'm a very honorable winner, so I will say congratulations, Chris and the mum. You really earned that one. He definitely obviously didn't cheat. I'm just obviously a bit upset in the moment. So Chris, thank you so much for making this an honorable competition. And you know what? Here's the next bingo where we'll obviously take each other on again. Once we had that done, it was day 329, and we decided that we needed to make a gunpowder farm. You know the biggest complaint that I get doing these trio worlds, apart from being told I'm either a lucky or a cheater, is that we never use our elytras. And the simple reason why is because we just never have enough fireworks, and so we started making a gunpowder farm. This slowly turned into just a regular farm because we wasn't 100% confident on how to do it, and Austin found a guide on YouTube which made it really easy to have a farm. Simply put as it was, it would get us enough gunpowder, so I wasn't really going to complain. First thing we had to do was get enough resources for us to be able to do this, and so we spent the next couple of days getting enough netherrack, stone, and whatnot that we had. Would have been a lot easier if we just searched the storage chest that we had because we had a lot of stuff in there already. It was by day 334 when I was taking all the gear over to Austin to set up the actual mob farm itself. Now, admittedly, I didn't really help too much here. I was just following along with their instructions. And so to cut out all the boring building, it was day 338 when we had the mob builder completed. Apparently, it had some fancy redstone in there. I didn't see that being done, but you know what? It worked. It gets us the mob, so I'm not going to complain about that one. Now that we're done on day 338, we have to do something very important on 339 and go AFK. Well, I mean, what else did you expect? Day 314, we got to complete something that I wanted to do in the original 100 days. Build a boat. Now, as you guys remember, in the original 100 days, I wanted to set up a storage boat to have all of our storage in. That never really got completed because neither Austin or Chris really wanted to do it. And so I was able to convince them to actually go ahead and do that. And we wanted to make a very fancy boat, a very elegant boat. And so we didn't make a boat, we wanted to make a nice fancy white yacht. And the best material for that would, of course, be the quartz. And so we spent the next few days in the nether grinding as much quartz as humanly possible. I actually lost track of the amount of time I spent in here, but it was actually by day 348 that I was completed, and I don't know about you guys, but I think I have enough quartz here. I mean, maybe I do, maybe I don't. And by day 349, I returned back to the yacht itself, and it was time for us to start building. I should probably specify that this building took place at a very, very late time for us. And so a lot of motivation was, well, non-existent. And though I had this beautiful yacht in mind, this masterpiece, our personal Titanic, this is what we settled with. You know, next time, I'm just gonna build a boat myself. I mean, just 2 boats. We built 2 boats in this world, and this is what we settled with both times. At least we got a jumping board, I guess, whatever. Once we had that completed on day 360, well, it was day 361 where we decided to discussing what do we want to do for the year celebration. Day 365 would be the year mark of this world, which is something that I've only ever been able to do once in Skyblock. And so we had a couple of ideas what we wanted to do. However, we just thought that one of the best ways to honor this world would be one of the original things we actually did. And so, thanks to the wither skulls we grabbed nice and early, we decided, hey, why don't we take a few of those, grab the soul sand that we have, head back to the original woodland mansion that we found during the first 100 days, and just do a classic 3v3 wither fight. It's not as fancy as the 3v9s or whatever we've done in 200 and 300 days, but to have it as a year celebration, I think that'd be really, really cool, and so that's what we did. We began the journey to the woodland mansion by day 362. The nether path was quite a long one, but it was by day 363 that we was able to return back to the woodland mansion itself, and well, I forgot how destroyed this thing was. Admittedly, spawning 3 more withers in here is probably not going to help. And then we waited until the special day itself, day 365, the 1 year anniversary of the trio's 100-day world, and we spawned the 3 Withers. Now, in theory, this shouldn't have been that difficult simply because, well, we have full netherite, we have the power 4 bows, we have the sharpness 4, so it should be quite simple. We tried to even it out as much as possible by saying no potions, but this was actually more challenging than I thought. If anything, this proves that no matter how prepared you are, you can still always die in hardcore. Don't believe me? Well, here's me popping my totem of and dying because I did technically die here. If it wasn't for this totem, I would be 100% dead. However, a couple of Withers are not going to take me down, and the 3 of us was easily able to kill the 3 Withers in the end, and a 1-year celebration was completed, and that is how we survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft trios. However, I imagine there's a few people in the viewing section thinking, hey Venant, how is this the end? Why is this the end? Well, one of the rules we had is that if one of us were to die at any point in the series, then the world would come to an end. And whilst we was heading back on day 366, well...
Oh,
No!
Herb!
No!
Wait, what?
Herb, get to the surface!
I'm trying!
Oh, okay, that's a problem. Do you not have like
Oh,
an... Do you not
I'm
have like
dying too.
an ender pearl or like nothing?
No, I don't have anything and there's blocks above me!
Okay, don't panic,
Wait,
don't panic,
hold on.
don't panic, where are you? Right, okay. Okay, come on, you should be... Oh, okay.
No!
Oh!
Oh my god.
Did we really end that way?
366 days. That's legitimately 65 hours of work, if not more.
And it's all over.
Oh, dude. Aghast.
It's all over.
We could have at least died to the Withers, but aghast. Oh my god.
No.
We just got to a point where we're too cocky, so we're like, oh, these gas won't be a problem.
And there's one over there too.
I wonder, did you guys get like all of my netherite gear from the bottom?
It's just still taking a bath. Well. Alright then. Well, I mean, the rule always was if one of us died, we was over, so we can't.
Yeah.
If one
Oh,
person
Jesus
dies, it's over.
Christ. A terrible ending, admittedly. I mean, aghast in the nether is what finishes off. I don't even know what to say. It was really the end of the trio's 100 days. With Chris sacrificing himself to the lava, Austin already dead. I could have joined them, but I decided that there was only really one way I wanted to end this. For the longest time, we have had a pigman in our base that we have called Bresley. For one reason or another, he seemed to always be in my room, and so I decided that maybe I should let him carry on this world. And though it was probably the saddest way to go about it, I gave him my netherite armor and let him finish me off myself. And that was that. We've survived 1 full year in this world, and whether this is your first video or whether you've watched the entirety of the years, the 4 videos that have been made in this world, I thank you so much for watching. This trio series has blown up my channel into incredible levels, and at the start of the year, the idea of hitting 100,000 subscribers was impossible. And though I still got quite a bit way to go, I thank you guys so much for helping me get there. That being said, with trios done, we need to one-up it, and with the 1.18 snapshots now being released, how about we do squads next time? I'll see you next week for We Survived 100 Days in Hardcore Minecraft 1.18 Squads Edition. Thanks for watching.